Executives with the Penny Newman Granary in Levelland say they will move the beetle-infested piles of almond hulls out of Hockley County. It's welcome news for the residents of one neighborhood who say they've been eating, sleeping, and showering with the bugs for months now.
KCBD News Channel 11's Brittany Crittenden has been following this for several weeks. She was there tonight for the announcement and joins us with the reaction. Brittany?
Well, Karen and Abner, while the city of Levelland's announcement was followed by a round of applause, plenty of questions came after that. While they're happy this is happening, these families are very apprehensive about what comes next.
It's about time.
The Penny Newman Granary has agreed to remove its piles of almond hulls infested with red flower beetles. Cole Kirkland, the emergency management coordinator for Levelland, says the call came in just before he was set to update council on the investigation. The grain company right across the street from the Kaufman addition has 10 to 12 days to remove the hulls from the property.
So they can haul 700 tons a day. But there's 5,500 tons there on site, so it's just going to take them time to get that gone.
So are they going to be fined in that meantime, or are you guys going to give them a little pass? Because, I mean, they had the time before now to take care of it, and they chose not to.
Kirkland says Penny Newman has been issued citations each day since the test results came back. As far as if those citations will continue while it's removing the holes.
We don't really talk about whether or not we're going to issue citations in the future or whether we're not going to issue citations in the future for anybody. You don't sit there and that goes into a realm of prosecution, and there's different duties for the municipal prosecutor and for municipal court to consider.
After the almond hulls are gone, Kirkland says the city will make sure the ground is sprayed with pesticide. It also plans to fog the Penny Newman facility and the Kaufman addition with the same chemical it uses for mosquitoes. The Texas Department of Agriculture recently granted a waiver allowing that to happen.
We planned on having our spraying and our fogging to mirror when they're moving the almond hulls so that we can catch them in flight as much as we can to just reduce the numbers. Because we know when they're moving them, they're gonna stir them up.
Kirkland says the Department of Agriculture will continue to place pheromone traps there to ensure numbers are decreasing. The city plans to have an ordinance in place to regulate the storage of the almond hulls before next year.
They're writing ordinances, so I want to know, are they going to be preemptive with making sure that this doesn't happen again, or are they just going to give them a slap on the wrist afterwards?
If Penny Newman actually ends up having to pay anything after these citations, the residents of the Kaufman addition asked tonight where that money will go. City Attorney Matt Wade says it goes to the municipal courts fund, but the city could potentially create a program to help pay residents back for all they've spent on pest control. As far as where these almond hulls are going now, Kirkland says Penny Newman plans to move them to a facility between Levelland and Amarillo. Karen and Abner.
Thank you, Brittany.